Hey, if you're involved in email marketing in any way whatsoever, you're gonna love this. Check this out. So over the last 2 years, I've tested out over 100 different types of emails in over 10 different industries. And they've made me almost $10 million just from email. But here's what's freaking crazy. After going through this, what we found is that there were, hopefully this works, it does. There were 3 types of emails that accounted for 77% of the revenue generated in total from all these types of emails. That means that 97 of these email types only made 23% of the revenue. The question is, what the hell are in these 3 email types? What's in them? What do they say? Why are you not using them in your email marketing? What would happen if you did start using them in your email marketing right now? How much more money would your emails make? Would your open rates go up? Would your click-through rates go up? Would people start listening to you again? Would they start buying again? Would you stop having to do so much work on YouTube and social media in all these different ways trying to make up for the slack that your email losses are costing you right now? The answer is all of the above. All right, so check this out. Here's what I'm doing. Coming up this Monday, I'm teaching a live Zoom class. That's right, it's live. It's not pre-recorded. You're gonna get on a live class with me, and I'm gonna teach you exactly what these 3 emails contain, and then I'm gonna give you a complete ad-lib template so you can copy and paste and swipe these 3 types of emails, just load them up in your autoresponder email, hit send as soon as possible, and you can start cashing in once again from your email marketing program. All right, email marketing is not dead. It has just changed. You haven't adapted to how it's changed yet. So in your mind, you're like, email must be dead. Everyone's saying email is dead. It's not dead. It's time for you to catch up and see what's working now when it comes to email marketing. Because these 3 types of emails work in whatever industry that you're in. They've made me millions and millions and millions of dollars. They've worked for, well, it's not like they worked for a week. They've been working for 2 years now, and I'm gonna share them with you in this live class. I'm gonna go deep into psychology of why they work so you can, on top of these 3 types, keep it freaking going. Does that make sense? So here's what I want you to do. Click the button below and save your spot for this live class with me. You can see the price listed below. It's not free, but it is certainly not expensive either. My clients pay me $5,000 an hour for one-on-one live training. You're getting it for a significant, like 99% off discount or something like that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun in the live training. You're gonna walk away from the live training again with these copy and paste emails to immediately go to your database, or if you're an email income expert, to go to your clients and put it in their autoresponder, put it in their email broadcast, and watch the cash come in so you or them can start running their business like a motherfucking boss once again. So here are the 3 principles that make this email work. All right, the first part is called recency. You may have you've heard of something called the recency bias. It's this little psychological thing in our brain that makes us respond to things that are more recent. We overweigh things that just happened versus things that happened a long time ago. For instance, like I'm sharing with you these 3 emails that have made me all this money, and literally, I mean, like, we gotta understand, when I realized that these 3 emails were accounting for 77% of our revenue, I was a little shocked. I was a little surprised. I'm like, well, if this is the case, shouldn't I be sending these 3 emails all the time? How much more money would I be making if I did that? Heck, how much more money would you be making if you did that? The whole point of this is happening right now. It's recency, so it's got more value in your eyes, right? The second part is proof. Now, if you've been in marketing for 10 days or 10 years, you already know how important proof is. You know that every claim you make, you want to follow it up with proof. You know you want to overwhelm people with undeniable, sometimes even aggressive proof. And there's a variety of ways of proof that you can use. Case studies, visual proof, statistics, numbers, research, testimonials, endorsements, all kinds of proof. Like for instance, I was just featured in a Forbes article. Like if I wanted to demonstrate credibility, I would tell you about that. Like I'm not telling you about that, but if I wanted to, I would, right? And then the third part, recency proof, the last one is called the Lollapalooza CTA. So again, you've been in marketing 10 days or 10 years, you know what a CTA is. It's a call to action. It's what makes direct response marketing work on the internet, online or offline today. But the Lollapalooza CTA, so Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's business partner. Let me tell you how smart Charlie Munger is. When Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world and the greatest investor of all time, when he needs advice, who does he turn to? He turns to Charlie Munger. Now, Charlie Munger says that there's this thing called the Lollapalooza effect. And he says, when we get enough of the psychological triggers and enough of the psychological biases, the social proof bias, the reward bias, the loss aversion bias, the scarcity bias, and all the others, and we put them all together in a way that makes sense to the end user, we bypass the decision-making part of the prospect's brain, and they just choose where we're nudging them to choose. Does that make sense? We're not taking choice away from them, but we're making it so that their brain thinks the only logical conclusion is to to say yes, to take that option. Is that cool? And it's not like a weird thing. I should actually say, when you're in the live class with me and I teach you the Lollapalooza CTA and how to use it in your email marketing, I want you to promise me that you will use it effectively, but you'll also use it with some moral compass, because you can certainly use it to make people buy things that they don't need, and I don't want you to do that, okay? But if we put the recency proof and the Lollapalooza CTA together, we end up with emails that make ridiculous amounts of money. And the problem is right now, if you're, again, in marketing, email marketing at all, you're over here right now, right? You're on this side where your open rates are low, your engagement is low, the amount of money your emails are making are low, and you're spending a lot of time having to do all these other things, trying to come up with all these other social media schemes and phone calls and things to do to keep revenue up and keep revenue going up, because you think email is dead, you think emails aren't working, and I don't want you over there. I want to take you over here to the other side where the open rates go back up, the email, the click-through rates, the sales from emails go back up, and you're happy once again. You become a boss in your business again, because you're not a slave to your business trying to do all this crap. Email marketing, the greatest freaking thing ever, works for you once again like it did a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Again, email marketing, not dead, but it is certainly changed. And if you are not keeping up with the changes, if you're not adapting to how these things are changing, you will get stuck here. You will continue to be a slave to your business. You will continue to have to find ways to make money in other ways. You will constantly be scrambling. Your business will hit a ceiling and it will just stay there for a continued long time. I don't want that for you. What I want for you is I want you to take control of your business. I want you to become the boss of your business again. I want you to stop being like, oh my God, email's changing. This is scary. And I want to be like, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going to learn the new tactics of email, the new principles of email. I'm going to make it work for my business once again. And that's what we're going to be covering. I know that it's like really enticing. These 3 emails, Jason, that sounds amazing. I copy, paste, send, I cash in. That's wonderful. But we're going to go so much deeper than that in the live training. We're going to talk about the psychology. We're going to talk about the copy. We're going to talk deep about all this stuff, so that, because I don't want you just to have 3 emails that work. I want you to have emails that work for you every day for the rest of your life. All right, and that's what we're going to cover on the live training. So again, hit the button below, claim your spot for the live class with us. It's going to be an amazing time. A lot of great marketers are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of networking. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of teaching. You're going to walk away with emails that are going to skyrocket your email revenue once again. Now, there's one final thing that I want to show you. All right, and what I've learned, again, I've been coaching coaches, consultant, marketers, authors, speakers, experts, closers, copywriters, anyone who really is doing things and making money and helping people for a long time. Over 10 years now, almost 1 million people in over 100 countries. I've had a best-selling book. I've had a lot of experience doing this. And what I've found is that there are basically 2 types of people in this game, all right? And there's a 99% who I would call the excuse makers. These people, they live in an excuse on everything. They have an excuse for everything. All right, and then there's this 1% up here, this elite 1%, who are making the money that they want. They have the freedom that they want. They're making the impact that they want. And these are what I would call, these are the action takers, right? So in life, it's really like you can either make excuses or you can take action. Right? If you're considering joining us for the live class coming up, then you're either making excuses why it's not a good fit for you, or you're like, dude, I'm an action taker. I want to keep growing. I want my business to grow. I'm all about it. Let's freaking do it, right? So instead of me going through the excuses, like the thing is, there's a part of you that's the honest part that's like, this is what I need, grow my business, let's fucking do it. And then there's the part of you that's voices, parents, teachers, society, other people put in there that are saying all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. So to play that role for us, I thought I'd just bring in my director of publishing, Mr. Zach Zeller. And Zach, what's going on, bud? Welcome to the game show. How are we doing tonight?
Excellent.
Good. So where are you from, Zach?
Yeah, I recently moved to Newport Beach.
Newport Beach, but where are you from?
Yeah. Oh, New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So anyone's from New York, there you go. So anyways, so Zach is going to play our Mr. Excuse Maker here today, right? So Zach, what might be an excuse someone who's an excuse maker might be making right now about not joining us?
Oh, that they could do it on their own.
They could do it on their own. What could they do on their own?
That they could, test and tweak and look at the numbers and try and
they could figure this out
yeah.
on their own. So here's what I would say to that. You totally could do it on your own. You can do it on your own. The only thing I would say is over the last 10 years, I have literally tested over 10,000 different types of emails. I've spent over 10,000 hours writing those emails. You can spend 10,000 hours writing 10,000 emails, or you can just jump on the class and get everything done in an hour. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? What other bullshit excuses might we have? Not you, of course, right?
Yeah.
You're not making these excuses. This is what the excuse maker would
Yeah.
make. Yeah, so that's one. What else?
There's a classic one from Dan Kennedy that he says whenever he tells someone like a cool marketing tactic,
Yeah.
that they always say, well, my industry's different, my list is different. It
Got
doesn't
you.
fit.
So your email list is different. This
Yeah.
won't work. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. One thing I've learned in business is that psychology is psychology is psychology, meaning that no matter what industry you're in, people respond to the same things. We all have we respond to the same triggers, the same types of copy, the same appeals. It's the same no matter where you go. If you think your list is different, my guess is the person saying that, they're probably treating their list the wrong way. They're not respecting human psychology, and you're probably not making as much money as you could from that list if you were to realize, hey, my list isn't different. My list is exactly the same, right? Maybe on the front, we're talking about different things, but the psychology that's making things happen underneath is always the same no matter where you go. So if you keep saying my list is different, you will continue to say my bank account is low. So if you don't want your bank account to be low, you would join us. What else we got?
Also, they don't have the time to hop onto a live class.
You don't have the time to hop onto a live class. In fact, if you're saying right now, I don't have an hour to join Jason Capital live as he teaches me some super Jedi email stuff that's going to make me money immediately, and I have an email list right now, and I don't have an hour to join him for 99% off of what people pay him for one-on-one time, then I don't want you on the call. You shouldn't be on the call. Not that I don't like you. I'm sure you're very good looking. I'm sure you have great bone structure. I'm sure you smell fantastic in the morning and in the nighttime. However, you're not an action taker. So even if I give you the right stuff, you're not going to use it. And I want to equip people who are actually going to take action with it. So I don't have to overcome that one. Just don't even show up. What else?
Yeah, might be people that they take action, they're willing to do it, but they just don't think they're there yet. They have a small list.
You have a small list. Well, let me tell you something, Zach. When it comes to email marketing, size doesn't matter here. At least for here, it doesn't matter. If you have a list, I'll say this. If your list is under 100 people, don't show up. It won't work. But if you have at least 300, 350 people on your list minimum, then you're sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know about it. And this will certainly help you. So again, if you're 300 below, don't show up. But if you got even 300 people on your list, then you are actually sitting on a gold mine. I have a client who has a list of less than 200 people right now, and he's making somewhere between $18,000 to $20,000 every month from that list. So I said 300, he's doing with 200, take that for what it's worth. But in old school email marketing, I need to get a big list and just blast them with offers. That's not what we're doing here. And today's marketing, I don't care if the list is big or small, I'm gonna connect with them and I'm not gonna talk at them, I'm going to talk with them in a conversation, and that's what's gonna make this work. So list size doesn't matter, it's the ROI and the relationship in the conversation. Anything else?
Yeah, there are some people who don't even have a list that they see the
Gotcha.
value.
I don't have a list.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. If you plan on making money from your laptop at any point in your life, then you need to join us on this class because I don't plan on teaching this live ever again. So if you've decided in your head, Jason, I'm going to make money from my laptop one way or another, like I'm going to do it, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, then you need to join us on this class because I won't be teaching this again. And then you'll be at the High Status Summit or you'll be on some forum online. You'll hear people talking about what was discussed on this class, and they'll be talking about how amazing it was, but you'll never know what was discussed. And you'll never be able to use it, and that's really a huge waste. So if that's you, then you should join us. If you're like, I don't even know if I'm going to make money online. I don't even think it's real. Like this house, Jason, that you're in here, this whole like mansion on a beach, this isn't real. None of this was created by email marketing. It was created by rich parents. I have really rich parents. That must be the secret. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I think you get the picture. Thank you for playing Mr. Excuse Maker. And I want everyone to know, Zach is a huge action taker. Zach is not an excuse maker whatsoever. That's why he just turned 25. Happy belated birthday to you, by the way.
Thanks.
And he's already director of publishing for my company. So that's super badass. So thank you for being an action taker, not an excuse maker in life, my man. Proud of you, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so everyone else, heartfelt moments aside, you know the deal. Again, I won't be teaching this live again ever. It's going to be super fun. We're going to make your business grow. If your email open rates have been down, people aren't buying from your emails anymore, if they're not listening to you anymore, if you're trying to do all this other stuff to make up for the losses from email, and you want open rates to go up, you want sales to go up, you want people to listen to you again, and you want your email revenues to just jump up again, and you want to do it in a way where you can just copy paste shit that I've done for you and just send out and watch the sales and the money come in as soon as literally the same day of the class. Like that night, you'll be making money and ROIing from the price of this class immediately. You should get 10x in your investment in this class. I think the same day, 100x over the next month. That's pretty simple. Then you need to click the button below and join us before it's too late. It's going to be super freaking awesome, which is a real word. Zach, I think you're good. Good?
Yeah.
Good? All right, I'm good. I hear some food being cooked in the kitchen. I'm starving. You know what you need to do. Click the button now. I'll see you there.